Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am still Govt Wk. Today we shall continue our discussions on the concept of the rule of law. We shall discuss the need for government to uphold the principle of the rule of law, factors that can ensure the enforcement of the rule of law, ways government of a state can violate the principle of the rule of law, the need to uphold the principle of the rule of law in the state. 1. It checks the despotic tendencies of rulers. That is, it prevents the rulers from acting against the laws of the state. 2. Fundamental human rights. The rule of law guarantees the fundamental human rights of the citizens, and they are clearly stated and entrenched in the Constitution. 3. Equality of all citizens. The principle of the rule of law ensures equality of all citizens before the law. That is, the rich and the poor are treated equally. 4. Supremacy of the law. The law is above all institutions and citizens, irrespective of status or position. 5. Right to appeal. The right of the individual to appeal is assured, especially when he is not satisfied with the judgment of the law court. 6. Press freedom. The rule of law enforces freedom of the press and makes it more functional. 7. The court has the final say. In establishing whether a suspect is guilty of an offense or not, the court has the final say. 8. Unlawful detention. The rule of law has established the right of individual to sue the government or law enforcement agency for unlawful arrest and detention. Factors that can ensure the enforcement of the rule of law. 1. Independence of judiciary. To ensure the enforcement of the rule of law, there must be an independence of judiciary. 2. The press freedom. The press must be free and not be censored. The government should not control or dictate to the press. 3. The law must be kept open. The law must not be kept secret but open so that people can easily see it and make references. 4. Checks and balances. Checks and balances among the organs of government will help to prevent dictatorship in the state. 5. Right to appeal. Citizens should have right to appeal when they are not satisfied with the judgment of the law courts. 6. Retrospective laws. There should not be the existence of such laws in order to ensure a better and effective endorsement of the rule of law. What do we mean by retrospective law? Retrospective law means to backdate the law. So that is what is meant by retrospective laws. 7. Legal aid. The establishment of free legal aid is very important for the less privileged. 8. Public trial. Trial of suspects must be made public, and journalists must not be prevented from covering the proceedings. Ways government of a state can violate the principle of the rule of law. 1. Self-interest. The executive can maintain the constitution to suit itself and for selfish purpose instead of national interest. 2. Interference. The government can interfere with the independence of the judiciary. 3. Inability to check. The legislature may lack the ability to check the excess of the executive. 4. Secret trials. The government can engage itself in secret trials of some suspects believed to be their political enemies. 5. Backdated laws. Government can make retrospective legislation or backdate laws, thereby violating the principle of the rule of law. 6. Misuse of paramilitary organizations. The government of a state can violate the principle of the rule of law through the misuse of paramilitary organizations. 7. Undue delay of trials. There could be undue delay of trials of suspects. Students, this is where we are going to draw the curtain for today's class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.